experiment, and it's been interesting. Um, I've been doing it for about 3 weeks on all my accounts to see what the basics can accomplish at each different play level. So this account I've been playing for no more than 10 minutes a day. Another account I've been playing for 15 to 20 minutes a day. Um, in raiding. This one I have a farm. I haven't really been using the farm that much because it's the newer farm I made. I have hit it, I think, once. Um, the second account I was raiding for slightly more time a day. Not doing the events or hedgehog or anything. The third one, um, I've been spending about 25 to 30 minutes on a day. And the fourth one, I did two separate experiments on. I'll explain to you. That's my main. I'll explain to you what both they were. So what I found was I started at level 20. I'm still level 20. Um, I haven't been able to build anything because I haven't been hunting. I haven't been doing anything. I've only been getting the resources that you would just basically get if you were a farm. Um, maybe if I was lucky setting one time a day. I've been pretty strict with this 10 minutes a day. I haven't been chatting in the server or doing anything. I am in an active alliance, which helps, but I haven't even been getting water, um, my pea water filled. So I actually only just checked my fungi. Um, I had special ants that weren't redeemed. It's been pretty hard to play for that amount of time a day. And so if you know anyone that's been really busy with kids, I would not recommend playing the game for 10 or 15 minutes a day. It's kind of you need more time. Even if you do have a farm you can hit for one or two times a day, it's not much you can accomplish. This one is my rating. I have been spending about the same amount of time, but since I'm spending so little, such a small amount of time, I haven't been able to get a lot of raids, and I've been mostly shielding. And this is a war server, or a PvP server, whatever you want to call it. And so I've been having to stay shielded a lot of the time. And so it's been hard to raid. Um, because the rules of the server is you can't hit anyone on Saturday or Tuesday on gathering days, um, and I would get kicked out of my alliance if I did that. So it's been hard to do. I have went from queen level 20 to 21 in the past 3 weeks, and I did get a couple other small upgrades done. So it is a little bit easier for that amount of time a day if you're playing for 10 or 15 minutes a day to do that as a raider than if you're just trying to just basically farm. Okay, so this one I cheated a little bit. I'll tell you how in a second. Um, this is my always been pay to play or free to play account. Um, and the way it's different is that I have been playing for about a half hour a day. And instead of just waiting by chance, I am in my own alliance. This is normally in my farm alliance, but I have my main here, if you can see. And so I've been running 30s, and I've been hopping off of one account and bouncing to the other. So I cheated a little bit, but if you were to time it right, like with reset or whatever, which is hard to do, um, with having so many accounts, like I can only really be on one at a time. Um, if it would sort of emulate that if you were to be on at reset, get your lizards done, get some 30s done, get some hunts done. I went from queen level 19 at time to queen level 21. I did not raid. I did use my other farms. I have 3 other farms, um, and I got a lot better results. And it's basically double to triple the amount of time. Like I said, for the first one, I was only playing for 10 minutes a day. This one I was playing for about a half hour. I got much better results because I was able to hunt. I was able to hit my farms. I was able to even get some hedgehogs and some lizards in. And I just got much better results from playing 10 minutes a day to playing a half hour. even when I wasn't raiding. If I was raiding on top of that, I would get even better results because I'd be able to actually be able to go and do some raids and not have to worry about not having a shield or having my resources stolen. Um, so that's that. So let's go to the. So this one I have been still trying to manage my time on. I have been playing from about an hour and a half a day to 2.5 hours a day. Um, I went from when I first started this experiment, I was queen level 22. I'm almost queen level 25. I almost have enough resources to get to 25. Let's see how much I got. I do need. I'm just gonna diamond that. That was always the plan. I'm not gonna mess with my meat storage because I won't need it for a little while after I get to 25. I do need sand. I need wet soil, and I'm gonna use diamonds for the rest of the meat. If I were to do it, I would need 250,000 diamonds, which I just spent all my diamonds at the VIP store. Um, but yeah, so I got a lot better results when you consider the amount of RSS needed. And unlike the other accounts, as a note, I do have double rewards. And while the last two accounts you guys saw, well, all three of those accounts are close to double rewards. They all are in the second set of bonus points. So they're all doing okay still in Warzone. I did let each and every server know I was doing a kind of a test run with this experiment. So I wasn't like booted out and like no one was hounding me for Warzone results because I had planned to do this experiment in advance. But if I were to summarize that, you really need, no matter what you're doing, um, uh, breeding probably gets the most RSS out of anything, unless you have a farm. Um, as I've said before, farms you're able to get stable resources. You don't have to guess. You don't have to search for farms. If you're doing it on a time limit where you have a short amount of time every day and you can get the farms, or you're able to buy someone's accounts or whatever, however you get the farms, if you're able to initially obtain the farms, it's the best way to play. The farms in general, as you guys know, I only play for maybe 5 minutes a day on 10 sometimes. Sometimes I don't even check them from day to day. So it's not a time sink for that. It's if you were to only I would set up a half hour. To be frank, if you're gonna play this game, a half hour every day, where you can play the game before bed, when you get up, whatever the deal is, for the ants, because it does take a little bit of time to really accomplish anything on a day-to-day basis. You can get good results with playing a half hour. There are other people. This is an old server, original server. If you look around, there are other people, a lot of other people who are still in the 21 range or even below, and this is the top alliance in the server. So that means playing a half hour a day, you can still get really good results in this game. It's not a massive time sink. Obviously, if you put more time into the game, it's going to go better. Um, the extra time, if I was going to say, 2 hours would probably be ideal if you can play that amount a day. Like I said, I was limiting my time doing this. I do have other stuff going on, but I was purposely limiting my time anyways for this experiment. So I would only play about an hour before I went to bed, and about an hour when I got up. I wouldn't really play on like throughout the day. I would just come in, check, just the same as if I was on break or on lunch. So this is both kind of an experiment and kind of a review of the ants. If 2 hours would be ideal, half hour very doable with farms or with raiding. 10 to 15 minutes in this game, you're gonna struggle. I don't recommend it. The other account's gonna take me a little while to get fixed because I don't have creature remains to do Warzone anymore. I slowly started running out, which is why I didn't have any diamonds. If you guys saw, still barely playable. I would rank it barely playable if you were to put 10 to 15 minutes a day in this game. You need at least a half hour, up to 2 hours. And ideally, with that 2 hours, it's dedicated time to it. and you go in and you check in on your breaks, whatever, whenever you have time. And by check in, I literally just mean you don't have to go and hunt or search or farm or raid. Just go in and check, make sure you don't have anything like overflowing, get your rapids, check your crystal mine. It's all really, really basic stuff that you can do in 5 minutes. It's not anything. If you're at work, you're heating your food up, you can go in. This is what I do when I'm at work. In case you guys are wondering, when my food's heating up, whatever, when food's in the microwave, go in, check the ants. It takes 5 minutes while my food's heating up. It's just time management, very doable. Play an hour in the morning, play an hour at night. That I think would be the ideal way. If honestly, if you're doing more than that, unless it's on the weekend, like during SVS or Groundhog Day, it's kind of a waste of time. Unless you're making a farm. But yeah, that's what I got. This is my Saturday video. You guys know I try and do different stuff on Saturdays because it's just such a buzzkill on Saturdays. I really hate Friday. But I hope you guys enjoy the video and enjoy how I kind of reviewed the ants because this one took a lot of time. And yeah, I just hope you guys enjoy the results. Again, if you only have 10 or 15 minutes a day, I highly recommend putting a little bit more time into it. Even if you can just get to a half hour, you're going to have much better results in the game. Have a great day, y'all.